Hey guys, welcome back to Margot Watches Movies. My name is Jake Margot. Tonight, I'm reviewing the sequel to Happy Gilmore, Happy Gilmore 2. I wish I could be reviewing this under happier circumstances, but what I just watched was such a travesty to the senses. This was such an abomination of a film that this is not going to be a pleasant review. Happy Gilmore 2, for my money, is one of the 10 worst films I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not someone that watches bad movies frequently, so it's an admittedly small sample size, but I think as far as, sequels, reboots, whatever, legacy sequels, this is the most disappointed I've ever been in a movie. I grew up loving Adam Sandler comedies of the 90s. Happy Gilmore is one of the funniest movies I ever saw as a young kid, along with like Billy Madison. And it's a simple story with good humor and a nice Adam Sandler comedic performance and lots of funny jokes. Where this film fails so spectacularly is it is not funny at all. Not remotely. I would say there's 500 jokes thrown out in this movie, and I maybe had 3 chuckles, small chuckles, trying to laugh, but I did not have a singular laugh. It's just maybe some chuckles here, mostly from Shooter McGavin. And had the movie been funny, then I would have been willing to forgive how preposterously lazy and inept and stupid the story is, how half-baked and half-assed it all felt. Had they been able to give me some laughs, I could have overlooked it, but they didn't. So I just have to start with what this movie accomplishes is the antithesis of what a movie like this should have been. This movie could have very easily just been Happy Gilmore. It's been a while since he golfed. He's making a comeback on the golf tour. He's competing against Shooter McGavin. He has a comeback story. And we're talking about a solid 5 out of 10 movie. But instead, you have this lazy and derivative film that felt like Netflix basically held $100 million or a gun to Adam Sandler's head and said, give us a sequel. And either the ammo or the money was so much that he just said, okay, and then proceeded to, this might be the worst film of Adam Sandler's career, and he's had some doozies. It's the level of laziness to me that makes it insulting. Insulting to the audience who would this film would totally have played had he even just gone your standard lazy and just kind of repeated the plot points of the first film, have a heartwarming little comeback story, focus on him and where life is with Virginia from the first film, Claire from Modern Family. But instead, and some mild spoilers here, but this happens in the first 2 minutes of the film. Literally the first 2 minutes. He kills his wife with a drive to the head, and they just kill her off. He murders his wife on accident, and he quits golf because of it. He becomes an alcoholic, and there's this horrible running gag throughout the film of him like he has a remote control that somehow has booze in it, a golf ball that he unscrews and it has booze in it. Like he's got all these like secret flasks to hide his alcoholism, and not one time did it elicit even a smirk. And I really am offended, actually. I'm offended by how bad this movie was. It was offensively stupid, and not offensive like, oh, they hurt my feelings with a joke. Oh, eh. No, it was offensive that they literally just said, shit out anything, these dumb fucks will slop it up. That's what it felt like I was watching. It looked like Adam Sandler said, "You stupid piece of shit. You're going to take this and like it." And no, I didn't like it. This movie was awful. Nothing redeemable about it, except, I guess, Shooter McGavin, who is highly underutilized, by the way. They don't use him enough. And this film is long. It's like a little over 2 hours, and it felt like I was watching a 4 hour film. This should have been like 120-minute movie, like 80 minutes of story, maybe here. And what's so shocking to me is that, again, they don't even go the safe route. They go so much stupider as far as the plot goes, where there's this new type of golf. And it kind of felt like they were mocking the Live Tour within the golf world, but it was dumber than that, where it's 7 holes. They changed the rules. They never really go into what it is, but they do a surgery where there's these golfers that can drive it 600 million feet because of some hip surgery. Golf is boring, blah, blah, blah. And golf, by the way, has never been more popular. Like, it's a hugely popular sport. It's very highly watched. So it just didn't get that angle. So like, it basically is like Happy's doing this tour because, again, he killed his wife, who they just murder in the first 2 minutes of the film. He's got a bunch of kids. He wants to pay for his daughter to go to ballet school. Also, though, like halfway through the movie, he has to save the sport of golf versus this new version of golf that is preposterously stupid. And for some reason, like, it comes to this head-to-head where him and 4 of the most popular golfers on the planet in this cameo fest of a movie have to compete against the evil golfers of this new league. And it's so insultingly awful. I did not expect to like be angry once the film ends, but I was angry. This film pissed me off because they could have just gone safe. They could have just gone by the numbers, but it was worse than that. It was worse. And it wasn't like they took a risk and it just didn't pay off. It was so half baked. It felt like they came up with the story of this on the fly. It felt to me like they were improvising as they were shooting. It felt like they didn't have a script when they started shooting this film, and they were just throwing shit. What if we just bring this guy out on a cameo? What if we just bring this guy out on a cameo? Okay, how about this guy out on a cameo and this guy? And it just devolves into this, hey, remember this one scene from the first movie, which is so much unbelievably better, it's not even funny. Like, we're talking about the first movie being The Godfather compared to this film. Hey, remember this scene? Hey, remember that scene? Hey, you remember this scene, right, from the first movie that you wish you were watching right now? Let us cut back to one in case you didn't get that reference. And it just devolves into this in cameo after cameo after cameo after cameo. Hey, that guy. Hey, this guy. Hey, Travis Kelce is a waiter. Hey, and it's just an affront to the senses. It is a travesty in cinema. It is awful. It's insultingly bad. This is the worst film I've seen in 5 or 10 years. And it's unfortunate because, like, Adam Sandler, the villain of the film is played by Benny Safdie, who is one half of the directing duo, the Safdie brothers, who directed Robert Pattinson in Good Times. They directed Adam Sandler in the best performance of his career in Uncut Gems. And he's the guy creating the league, this new golf league, because normal golf sucks or something. Look, this is a movie I won't remember tomorrow. This is a movie that will be here and gone in 3 days' time and will never be spoken of again by anyone. And I feel this movie so bad. If you enjoyed it, I don't understand you as a human being. I just don't think there's anything redeemable about this film at all. I think this film is a monstrosity. I think this film is just the most half half-baked, lazy cash grab. It almost feels spiteful in how little they cared. They insult the legacy of the first film time and time again. It's just an awful, awful film. And I could have excused all of this, all of the stupidity of the plot, all of the preposterous story decisions and the ludicrousness of some golf league usurping regular golf, had it been funny. But it wasn't. It wasn't even remotely funny. This is jokes thrown, not even a joke a minute. This is a joke every 10 seconds. And I had 2 or 3 chuckles the whole film. Half-ass chuckles. This film to me is, I really didn't expect to give this rating ever to a film. Like my bar was so low as far as my rating scale goes, but we are here. This film is an absolute dumpster fire. And it pains me to say it because Happy Gilmore is a childhood classic for me. It's one of my favorite comedies. I think it's aged well. It's still funny to this day. Go rewatch the first Happy Gilmore. Do not watch this movie. It's free on Netflix. If you pay for that crappy streaming service, then watch this movie. But you're gonna hate it. And if you like this movie, if you're like, I don't get it, I thought it was great, then just stop watching because I don't understand you as a human being. I just don't think this is a redeemable movie. It's terrible, insultingly bad. And I feel let down. I know Adam Sandler has had many bad movies in his life, but usually it's just like he's having fun with his friends. But you don't even get like that aspect. You have these little spot cameos from Rob Schneider, Steve Buscemi, but there's no Kevin James or Chris Rock popping up. So it's just like, what is going on? It just felt like Netflix held a bag of money over his head or a gun and said, make it. And he said, all right, fuck you, I will, but it's not going to be, I don't give a shit. So Happy Gilmore 2, easily the worst movie of the year, possibly of this decade. The most disappointed I've ever been in a legacy sequel. The most disappointed I've been in a sequel, period. I could not recommend this enough. See literally anything else this weekend. If you love, if you're like, holy cow, the severity of this review, then sure, watch it. But don't say I didn't warn you, because its biggest crime is it's not even remotely funny, not even a little bit. And is that an indicament of like the current state of comedies? It had no teeth. It was vanilla. It had no balls like the first film. It's just this neutered, soft, half-baked, lazy-ass mess. And it's just a depressing miss on every level. Insultingly, offensively awful. So, Happy Gilmore, it is a dumpster fire. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. This is Jake Margo with Margo Watches Movies. And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry I couldn't be under better circumstances, but we'll see you next time.